My goal was just to fill up a waiting area. I just wanted to walk in there and have people just go, whoa. Flowers are just sitting there quietly, but they garner so much attention.
He knew how much joy flowers brought to people, and he knew that there were large portions of people that couldn't have that joy because of their medical problems. And so he learned how to make handmade flowers completely out of paper.
Some patients are immunocompromised or they have allergies, but my flowers can boldly go where real flowers are not allowed to go.
Even we started, just 2 months ago, started getting a bunch of feedback on our surveys, where patients weren't saying anything except, those flowers are amazing.
And once I filled up the waiting area, I just went on to the next waiting area down the hall. And then the next one.
This spread to other places in the hospital, like our GI labs and our entryways and our nursing units.
The arrangements, I probably have 175, something like that.
He's just special. He truly cares, and he gets joy out of other people's joy. He does it for no other reason than to make people happy.
And he inspires all of us every day when we walk through the hospital and see all of these flowers, and he changes them, and he's more and more creative all the time. And it inspires all of us to remember whatever part we play, it's really what we're all trying to do, is to help people who need us.
I spend about 2 hours before or after work and before work, sometimes a little bit more. I make time for them because of the feeling that I get when I make them. Just like the feeling I get with a job well done here. It makes me continue to just strive to level up any area that I'm in as much as I possibly can. Anything that I can think of, shining a sink, anything like that.
Why is it that we even itch in the first place? When you have an itch, it naturally leads to scratching, but scratching can feel great. And so that's a reinforced behavior, so there must be a benefit to scratching. What got us interested in this research is how sensory neurons in the skin can control inflammation. So we decided to model this in mice, and what we found is that in order for mice to develop a rash or inflammation, they had to scratch the skin. And we figured out that the mechanism is that by scratching the skin, you activate the pain neurons, and then the pain neurons are really important in triggering the inflammation in the skin. We found that scratching is bad in the sense that when you scratch your skin, or in these animals, when they scratch their skin, it caused the inflammation to be a lot worse, and it made the rash worse. However, on the flip side, it also helped control bacteria on the skin. So in that way, this scratching behavior is both good and bad at exactly the same time. So the next steps for this research is obviously we're looking for ways to control itch and the development of inflammation resulting from itch. I would take the position that your mother was right. If you have an itch, don't scratch it. It will only make the rash worse.
The #1 cause of death in America is women's heart disease, and this is something that is not recognized across the board by all women. Exercise is probably the best medicine that we have. I don't write a prescription for it necessarily. You can't pick it up at the pharmacy, but it is hands down the best thing that you can do for your body if you are trying to prevent cardiovascular disease. Everyone is busy, I'm busy. So in order to squeeze in all of the good habits in the day, we need to have tricks to get us to do all the things, such as 10,000 steps a day or eating the right foods. I have a standing desk. I can stand at my desk for most of the day if I want, and while that's not sweaty exercise, it really does help your body use more energy, which goes a long way when we're thinking about your cardiovascular health. One of the other really easy tricks, especially in Pittsburgh, is you can park down the street from where you are supposed to go instead of right in front of the place that you are walking into. So if you're going to the grocery store, you should really park further out in the parking lot or even a block down the street so that you can walk into the grocery store, get more steps, and on the way back, you can carry those groceries a little bit longer and get a little bit more exercise, even if it's just for a couple minutes. Now, there's 2 types of exercise typically that we think about: cardio, which is like running or riding a bike, where you're getting short of breath and maybe a little bit sweaty while you're doing it. The other exercise is weight training or resistance training. Resistance training is one of the best things that you can do to complement your cardio training. You can do that with weights. You can also do resistance training with simple rubber bands, and all it does is really build that muscle a little bit more so that when you are at rest, your body is still burning calories and using the things that you are putting inside your body, such as the sugars and carbohydrates that we want it to burn, but also using the protein to really build that muscle so that you can stay healthier longer.
Today we're showcasing our new second linear accelerator here at UPMC Horizon. The linear accelerator is a radiation treatment machine where we use high energy X-rays and electrons to treat both cancer and benign conditions. UPMC Hillman Cancer Center elected to expand cancer services here, particularly in radiation oncology, mainly because of the growing patient population and patient volume that we're treating here, as well as to offer new additional forms of radiation treatment that patients no longer have to travel to Pittsburgh for. So not only does our second linear accelerator allow patients to have their preferred treatment times, it also allows us to treat patients with stereotactic body radiation treatment, or SBRT, and stereotactic radiosurgery, or SRS, thus allowing us to treat a wide variety of cancers and metastatic lesions.
You know, at the end of the day, our goal is to keep patients local. And this is just a prime opportunity, an example for us to show our commitment in depth of services that we have and what we do across the region. And we're so pleased to offer this availability to the community. And it's just a great day for not only the Shenango Valley, but also Mercer and Lawrence counties.